All right, so before I end the video, I just want to answer a question I saw about Dolly. So a lot of you guys, let's just talk about Dolly. A lot of you guys are new to the channel, new to gig apps. I understand that. I understand that there's always new viewers, so I try to, I know I say stuff and people don't know what I'm talking about because you haven't been around. I get that. So I'm kind of catering to new people right now. So someone on my channel asked a question. They said, hey, I just started with Dolly. They keep sending me two-man jobs, but I don't have a helper. Do you think I should just accept the two-man job and do it myself? That's a great question. And it can be confusing. And a lot of people don't read the term. Like Dolly has a frequently asked questions, and they have a lot of information on the website that answers these questions, but most people don't read it. A lot of people don't. I actually spend time reading these things. So basically on Dolly, majority of the jobs are two-person jobs, okay? Not every job is a two-person job. Dolly has one-person jobs. And I'm not gonna go through it now, but I went through the problem. When I did my Dolly standoff videos, I showed you guys the website. I showed you how a customer books a job. And they have an option where a customer can actually put one helper or two. They can select which one. Some jobs are gonna be automatically two people, okay? Two-person job. Now, here's the thing. And this is a reality, okay? I'm not even gonna hide this. I don't care about who hears about this or whatever, because it's true, okay? Does everyone follow Dolly rules? No. Are Dolly rules stupid? Yes. There's a lot of rules that don't make sense, that's stupid, and they still try to enforce it. I understand it. I understand you want two people just to make sure nothing gets damaged, it's easier to carry, stuff like that. But a person with experience, right, like myself, if I can deliver a washer or a dryer by myself. I don't need a second person. I can unload it by myself, right? I have a loading ramp, and if the house doesn't have stairs, I don't have to go upstairs. Even if I had to go upstairs, I can, but let's say it's a single-story house, no stairs, I can put it on my appliance dolly and deliver it all by myself. Dolly doesn't think like that. It's like, oh, you still have to have two people, okay? I get that. I understand it. I get it. Does everyone do that? No. There's people out there that's working by themselves. They're doing two-man jobs, and they're working by themselves. That's not a secret. So it's not like big news by saying that, okay? That's reality. And a lot of jobs won't get done if people actually follow the rules. There's a lot of people that would not do these jobs if Dolly actually enforced the two-person job because the pay is too low. You have to split the money with your helper. And if you're getting $60 to deliver a washer, or even $50, I seen $51 to do a washer, and you got to split that with a helper, and you're driving like 12 miles, and I've seen haulaways where you're doing a haulaway for like 60 bucks to drop off a washer and then bring the other one back for $60, and you got to split that with your helper. So I get it. I know that there's people that are going to do two-man jobs by themselves because they can, and they can safely do it. But Dolly won't listen to drivers. They won't get feedback. And so they're just going to enforce, like if a customer complains and says that, oh, this person did it by themselves, Dolly's going to punish that person. I went through that myself. Okay, even though it was wrong, I had a second person. I just didn't have that person come in the house with me because I didn't need them. Anyway, not going to get into that. They're not going to listen, okay? They're going to go by the stupid rules, okay? That reminds me of, I have to say this. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, but I have to say this. I'm going to explain how stupid it is, right? When you have a stupid policy and then you still follow it. So I was doing, I think it was DoorDash. This was a while back. This was back like COVID time. I was doing a DoorDash. And during the COVID stuff, you go to the drive-thru to pick up food for the customer. And so this is like, Texas didn't really follow that stuff as much as other states. So I went through the drive-thru. This was like, stores had started opening and people were able to go in. But I decided to go through the drive-thru because it was faster. There was nobody in the drive-thru. So I go through the drive-thru and I show them the order, right, at the first window. Cool, go to the second window. I pull up to the second window. I think this was like Popeyes or something. I don't even remember the store. I pull up to the second window and the person at the window refused to give me the food. And I said, why not? And they said, oh, you have to come inside. You have to come inside and pick up the order. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, but I'm right here. Like, I'm in the drive-thru, just hand the bag to me through the window. Like, what's so hard about that? Oh, it's our policy. The driver has to come inside to pick it up. And I'm just trying to think, like, what's the difference? Like, why do I have to park my car, get out and come inside when I'm right here? And they're like, oh, we just have to check everything, make sure everything's right. I'm like, what do you mean check? Like, you want me to check it or you're gonna check? Like, I don't understand. Like, the food's supposed to be sealed up anyway. So it's like, how does this make sense? Like, think about if you're an employee and you're in a situation like that, this is just me. I'm not going to do something stupid. That doesn't make any sense, right? I understand there's some things that don't make sense, but there's a reason why you have to do it. But for that, there was no reason why I needed to park my car and go in to pick up that order, to literally walk in there and just grab it off the counter. That made no sense at all. I showed them the phone. They saw the order, handed it to me through the drive-thru, and say, hey, you know, sir, next time, can you come inside? We need you to come inside. But this person absolutely refused to give me the food. The food was right there, sealed in a bag, handed to me through the window. I was so upset at that. I was already mad because the pay is already low as it is. And I really didn't want to do the order because I was on my way home. And I was like, let me just pick up this last one. And so I canceled the order. I said they refused to give me the food. So I left. I'm like, I am not about to go drive around the corner, park, and it seems simple, right? Oh, you should have just did it. No. That makes no sense at all. It's such an inconvenience for me. And I had to share that story because that's what it made me think of. Dolly doesn't think about the rules that they have. They don't analyze it. They just have them. But then when you get feedback from drivers, they don't listen. So that's what that reminds me of. I'm sorry. I'm totally off track. I just had to share that. Okay, so back to this answer. When you get a two-person job, you have options. So you can work with someone, right? Another helper. When they put the job out, you can put that you have an assistant. An assistant is someone that you work with, like my wife. My wife is an assistant. She's a verified assistant. So she would have to, if you have someone to work with you, it's like someone you know, you would have them apply as an assistant. You send them a link, okay? And all this is on the website and on the app. You send them the link. They sign up as an assistant, your assistant, and they have to pay for background check, like $30, something like that. Okay. Once they clear, then they're verified. They will not have the app. They don't have to download the app or anything. They're just authorized to help you. And I'm just getting a expedite catering order for $150. Let me see what this is. Yep, and I'm about to do this too. All right, sorry guys. All right, sorry about that. Just accepted a $150 catering order. All right, so yeah, they'll be your assistant and you will be required to pay them. So you accept, when the Dolly comes out, you'll put, I have an assistant. You'll click that box and then you'll put in for that job. If you get it, that's your pay. Whatever you see on the screen, when you put, I have an assistant, that's the pay that you will get. Okay. So if it says $74, you will get $74. You will have to split that with your assistant, whatever, $20, $25, whatever you want to pay them. You're responsible for paying them. They're not on the app or anything. They're just authorized to help you. The second thing is you could work with someone else. So you can actually select another helper. So if you know another Dolly driver or helper that's on the app, you can look them up by name and you can actually request them. You can put in to work with them. The job is going to be split up between you two. So if it's paying $74, if that person accepts the job and they're a helper, it's going to split 50-50. If they're hands, you're going to get like 70% of the pay. They'll get like 30% or something like that. Okay, that's another option. The other thing is to do the job yourself, right? That's what a lot of people do. You're not supposed to. It is breaking the rules, okay? But a lot of people do it. If you see a job that you know you could do it by yourself, you did your research, right? The first thing I do, if I see, let's say it's a washer and a dryer, right? And you're like, oh, I can handle that by myself. I have the Dolly, whatever. The first thing I do before I accept the job, I look at the house. I zoom in on the map. I zoom in and I put the address in and I look at it on Zillow to see what the house looks like. Because these customers won't tell you that you got to go up 3 flights of stairs or whatever. So you look at the house. And you see the house, let's say it's a single story house, no stairs. I could do that by myself. Put in for it. If you get it, do the job, okay? Now, do you risk getting in trouble? Yes. Do you risk a customer complaining? Yes. Can Dolly deactivate you or penalize you for that and take your money? Yes, they can, okay? But again, if everyone actually followed the rules, a lot of Dollys won't get done. They don't realize that, but a lot of these Dollys are getting done by people working by themselves, okay? They have to be like that. It absolutely has to, okay? The pay doesn't make sense to split it with someone else. So there's no way that someone's gonna do a job like that for like $30 because after you split the pay. You're not gonna do it. So again, that's just how it is. So that's totally up to you. Now, here's what I recommend if you wanna do the right thing. I don't know how many jobs you'll get, how many job offers you'll get because I don't do this, but let me show you what you do. So the first thing you do, you want to go to these 3 little lines at the top left corner on your Dolly page, right? When you go to Dolly, click on that, and that's going to bring you down here. You're going to see notification settings. Click on notification settings, okay? Once you click on that, you're going to see the days of the week that you want to work. So you check these boxes of the days that you're available. So let's say you have a regular job, you're only available Friday through Sunday. You're going to uncheck Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you're going to check Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are the only days I'm available, okay? And then also, you can disable the Monday through Friday, so you can keep it marked, but you can disable it during the week. Let's say you have a regular job, a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, right? You check that box and it'll disable your app between those times, okay? Now, when you scroll down, you're gonna scroll down from that screen and you're gonna see miscellaneous Dolly details. At the very bottom of that, it says show 2 helper Dollies, okay? That's what you're getting. So more than likely, that's checked on your app. You have that checked. So it's showing you 2-person Dollies, okay? Uncheck that box. Now you will only get offers for single person Dollies, okay? Now, is there a lot of work that comes out for single person? No. The only single person Dollies that I've seen in my market are from the Container Store. And the Container Store is like shelving and stuff. It's definitely a 1-person job. The customer, when they book the job, they can still request 2 people. So that's not guaranteed that you're still gonna get offers. So when you uncheck 2 helper jobs, you're gonna lose probably about 90% of the jobs that come out. So those are your options. And that's why you're seeing the 2-person jobs. If you don't wanna see them at all, uncheck that box. I recommend keeping it checked, and it's up to you how you wanna do it. It's up to you, but you know, like I said, it's not a secret. There are people that are doing these jobs by themselves, and they have to. And I think it's okay. It's not a big deal. I think that Dolly should reconsider, because there are jobs that can be done by 1 person, but they won't analyze. They won't listen to drivers that's actually doing the jobs. I can show them and prove to them that there's jobs that can be done by 1 person. And all you have to do, just like this, at the bottom, see how it says assembly, right? I want to do Dollies that requires assembly, right? You have read and accepted assembly agreement. That is you certifying that you know how to assemble things, right? If you want to do assemblies for IKEA or something like that, you'll check that box. So all they have to do is add something like that. Add something where you can certify that you can do a delivery by yourself. You have experience, you have the right equipment. I can deliver a washer, a dryer, even a refrigerator by myself. I check that box. And that's all they got to do. It's a real easy fix, but they're not going to do it. So anyways, hope I helped you with that. Let me show you the last thing. I know this video is super long. I'm sorry. All right, guys, real quick, I'm going to end with this makeshift partition, not a real partition, just a little thing to block the cab. So this right here is a shower curtain that I purchased, and these shower curtains have like a little sticky substance on the end, so it kind of sticks here. So you just twist it to tighten it, and it holds pretty tight, okay? So I use that, and some of you guys do this already. Some of you guys have curtains like this. So there's 2 reasons why I did this. Number 1 is I don't want a metal partition. I know it's safer, but the type of loads I do, I don't really do a lot of dangerous loads. And so I feel comfortable, as long as I strap everything down, I'm comfortable not having the partition, okay? So I like my space. I'm kind of tall, so I like to keep my seat back. I don't want to be crammed up. So that's one of the reasons, okay, the partition. I don't really need it. The second reason is, a lot of times I turn my air conditioner on, or I turn my heater on, and there's nothing blocking the air. So the air is just flowing, but it doesn't stay up here. I want it to stay up here. So this curtain kind of helps keep the air up here, okay? So that's another reason. And third is I am marketing big time this year, okay? I will be marketing on my actual van, okay? So I have on my seats, I showed you guys my seat covers. I market the website and everything. Looks kind of catchy and flashy, but this is also for marketing. So I have a drop shipping company, and I use that drop shipping company not only to sell to customers, but I also make my own stuff. I make my own company shirts. I make my own company mug, company hats, all that stuff, right? The hat I got on, I made it with my drop shipping company. So I was able to customize this shower curtain, and that's what I like. That's what's special about it. So I use a little clothing clamp to keep it from rolling from side to side. And let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So open this up. We'll spread this all the way out. And again, it's just something unique and just a way to market the business. A lot of times when I go to customer's house, you know, the doors are open, right? I gotta open the door. Hold on one second, this thing's a little tangled up. Let me untangle this real quick. All right, sorry about that. Got a little tangled up. So this is the custom made shower curtain. And again, like I said, my customers, a lot of times I open the doors and the doors are wide open, so it's just another way people can see the business, and it's kind of catchy, right? So I did use Canva to create this. Canva AI did an excellent job. It took about 30 minutes to get it the way I wanted it. So just another way to market. All right, so anyway, I'm about to end the video. Sorry it's so long, but yeah, man, this is the last of the marketing inside. Now I'm about to do outside. All right, so that's coming soon. I have a lot of plans, saving my money. I'm just doing a little at a time. I don't want to do a whole lot at once because you want to spread those expenses out, right? So you can claim them. So I have a couple big projects I'm gonna do this year, and then I'm saving some more for next year. So I have two that I'm kind of debating which one to do. It's either gonna be the marketing or an upgrade to this van. So anyway, that's it, man. I got so much to share with y'all. It's just, I can't keep up. So I'll do my best. All right, I'll catch y'all on the next one.